Let us see the module 3, handling complaints and conflicts. When customers are dissatisfied, they express their displeasure in a number of ways. Some dissatisfied customers will complain, but a number of others will say nothing. Research suggests that more than 95% of the customers who are unhappy with your organization will not complain to anyone within the organization. However, most will tell at least one other person outside the organization. Many will tell 10, 15 or even 20 people about their displeasure, which is certainly bad advertising for your organization. Some will tell to many persons by add their own story which are untrue about the company. Worst of all, more than 60% of all your dissatisfied customers will never return. Though it may be hard to believe, many customers complain because they really care about your organization. These customers feel a sense of loyalty. Noted here, many customers complain because they really care about your organization. Next, we can see determining why your customers complain. Customers complain for a variety of reasons. Sometimes they complain because a product or service failed to live up to their expectations. In these situations, you should look on customer complaints as valuable feedback that can help your organization continually improve its output. As you work with customers to resolve this type of problem, take notes on the difficulties customers are having so you can pass on the information to someone who can correct the root cause of the problem. In other situations, customers may complain about the customer service they receive rather than the product itself. Here are a few behaviors and attitudes that customers frequently complain about. They are when the product or service was not delivered at a proper time, then waiting or standing for a long period of time. Next, when the salesperson did not listen to customer, if the rep was not able to resolve their problem, the situation they felt helpless. Likewise, many things depends on the situation. So these are the few behaviors and attitude that customers frequently complain. Let us see recognizing different conflict styles. Different people handle conflicts in different ways. Some resolve the conflict calmly, others making sound, and others simply avoid the matter altogether. We may deal with conflicts very differently depending on the nature of the conflict and the other people involved. Our conflict style is based on our approach to two dimensions of conflict. One is cooperativeness and another one is assertiveness. Cooperativeness means our concern for the other person or relationship. Assertiveness means our concern for our own self-interest. When we approach a disagreement, we tend to demonstrate one of 5 general conflict styles according to our level of cooperativeness and assertiveness. They are partners, obligers, competitors, avoiders, and negotiators. Partners. This style of conflict is high in cooperativeness and assertiveness. People exhibiting this style tend to want to cooperate. It is usually easy to resolve problems when people exhibit this style. They will let you know what they want and are willing to work with you to get it. Obligers. This style of conflict is high in cooperativeness but low on assertiveness. People exhibiting this style approach problem solving in a conciliatory manner. Customers exhibiting this style will often take a lot of abuse, but when the conflict is over, they will never return. Competitors. This style is assertive but not very cooperative. People exhibiting this style deal with conflict by trying to get their way. They will tell you what they want and may sometimes appear inflexible and uncooperative. Avoiders. This style of conflict is not very cooperative and not very assertive. People exhibiting this style want to avoid conflict. They may not care about the solution or they just hope the problem will go away. Negotiators. This style of conflict tends to be somewhat cooperative and somewhat assertive. People exhibiting this style are both interested in getting what they want and preserving the relationship. When dealing with customer dissatisfaction, you need to consider both your conflict style and the customers. You cannot control your customer's approach to conflict resolution, but you can control your own. Once you recognize which style your customer is exhibiting, you can adopt the conflict style that best fit the situation. Next, calming upset customers. Customers become upset for many reasons. Whatever the reason for your customer's unruly behavior, here are the few steps would help you calm the customer and diffuse the situation. They are: recognize that the customer is not angry at you personally. Then acknowledge that a problem exists. Tell the customers what you can do, not what you can't do. Then keep the lines of communication open and stay in control of your emotions at all times. Recognize that the customer is not angry at you personally. The customer is angry at the organization. You represent the organization, and most customers believe you have more control over what happens than you do. Make a point of ignoring unpleasant remarks and focus on completing the remaining steps in this process. Next, acknowledge that a problem exists. This does not mean you have to agree or take the blame. If the customer is unhappy, you must become a participant in resolving the problem. Tell the customers what you can do and not what you can't do. Telling upset customers what you can't do only frustrates them more. Focus on the future, not the past. Help the customer generate alternative solutions and move forward with what you can do for them. Next, keep the lines of communication open. This is not the time to give ultimatums that will only close to the conversation. If you can't give customers what they want, ask for alternatives and suggestions. Finally, stay in control of your emotions at all times. You have better chance of resolving an upset customer's problems when you respond with calming behaviors. Don't exhibit the same hostile behaviors as the customer. On occasion, some customers may become abusive. Abusive behaviors goes beyond just being rude or loud. Abusing behavior includes abusive language, violent threats against your organization, personal threats against you. No customer service professional should have to put up with abuse. Here are some tips for handling abusive customers. In a calm but firm voice, tell abusive customers that you will not allow them to attack you verbally. If they persist, you will not be able to handle their problem. Next, ask abusive customers if they would like to talk to your supervisor. And develop a security action plan to help you deal with situations in which a customer becomes physically abusive or needs to be removed. Next, we can going to see controlling your own emotions. You can remain in control of your emotions by trying to understand what triggers your emotional reactions. Once you understand what triggers your emotions, you can develop an action plan to help you cope up with those situations. Next, you may find it helpful to put yourself in the other person's place for just a moment. Next, recognizing the humor in an emotional situation can also be helpful. However, remember that humor can be a double-edged sword at emotional times. Use it appropriately. Make sure the humor is directed at you. Never make fun of the customer. When used correctly, humor can be a powerful stress reducer. Then, you may also find it helpful to take a time out. This involves taking time away from the stressful situation to relax and regain your composure. During a timeout, concentrate on something positive rather than the situation that generated the emotion. If possible, leave the area where the emotionally charged event occurred. Try going for coffee, going for a walk, performing deep breathing exercise, or going to visit a person who is always upbeat. By adjusting your conflict style to your customers, calming upset customers, and keeping your own emotions in check, you can remain in control of complaint situations and develop win-win resolutions that will benefit both your customer and your organization. Let us see dealing with customer service stress. Sometimes on-the-job stress is temporary because of short-term circumstances. These situations can be tolerable if nothing else because you know they will soon go away. But when stress is part of the job description, as it often is when you deal directly with customers, it's not quite as easy to handle. Since there are two types of stress involved here. Customer service often involves problem solving, sometimes when you are face to face with upset customers. Diffusing stressful customer situations. The key to dealing with stressful customer situation is to be prepared both practically speaking and emotionally. This means that you should expect the types of situations that cause customers to be emotional and have solutions and responses ready. Another important aspect of dealing with this type of stress concerns your attitude. When you understand that the customer is upset, you can bring empathy to his or her point of view, no matter what they say to you. This will help you deal with the heat of the moment in a calmer way. Look at each situation as a chance to accomplish something both for the customer and for yourself. Keep yourself emotionally detached yet focused. In extremely stressful situations, learn breathing and visualization techniques that will keep you relaxed. Picture a calm place that's special to you. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. Notice tension in your body and concentrate on easy eat. Find a way to laugh and stay positive. Next, dealing with the overall stress of customer service. You deal with specific customer situations. Doing it all day can take a toll. It's healthy to find an outlet for your daily stress, such as exercise or a hobby that takes your mind off work. Try relaxing music and make sure your diet is low on sugar, which can add to the effects of stress on your body. High protein snacks or high fiber vegetables are always better than candy. Avoid too much coffee. Consider decaffeinated tea. It will help to allay tensions at home and at work.